The sound of children's laughter rose like a melody above the rustling leaves in Willow Creek, a sleepy little suburb on the edge of nowhere, where the trees blazed in hues of amber and red, and the wind smelled like cinnamon. Inside their white-paneled house with its wraparound porch, Elena Carter smiled to herself as she watched her 6-year-old son, Max, carefully arrange wooden blocks into a towering, chaotic castle. "Mommy, look." Max pointed with glee. "I made a real castle. It even has a bridge." "It's amazing, sweetheart," Elena said, kneeling beside him, her chestnut-brown curls catching the light. "It's the best castle in the kingdom." From across the room, 9-year-old Sophie, calm and composed, looked up from her sketch pad, her pencil paused in midair. "Max, keep your voice down," she said, her voice smooth and slightly bossy. "Dad's still working." But a voice floated from the kitchen. "Not anymore." Elena turned and saw Mark Carter, her husband, closing his laptop. Mark was tall, quiet, dependable, the kind of man who didn't need to say much to be heard. He was an engineer with a reputation for solving problems no one else dared touch. He carried himself like someone who understood gravity intimately, as if he could take any burden and ground it. He walked into the room and scooped Max into his arms, spinning him around. Max giggled as he soared through the air like a rocket. Elena leaned against the doorframe, arms folded, her heart swelling. This quiet life, this safe home, was everything to her. She worked remotely as a creative consultant, juggling campaigns and presentations while keeping the family calendar running like clockwork. She knew how rare this peace was, and she protected it with every fiber of her being. Later that evening, as the sun dipped below the trees and shadows filled the room, Elena brought up the news she'd been holding on to all day. "Ivy's being discharged tomorrow." Mark looked up from where he was drying the dishes. "Already? That's quick." "She's doing much better," Elena said, pulling the dish towel from his hand and giving it a squeeze. "Baby Noah's healthy." Ivy sounded tired but happy. Lucas must be thrilled. Lucas, Mark's younger brother, was nothing like him. Where Mark was still water, Lucas was fire, charming, impulsive, the one who made everyone laugh at family gatherings. He and Ivy had been married 2 years, and though their relationship sometimes seemed too fast, too bright, Elena had always hoped it would last. "We're all going to Mom and Dad's this Saturday," Elena said. "A little welcome home for Ivy and the baby." "I'm looking forward to it," Mark said, but his voice was softer than usual. On Wednesday, Ivy called. "I still can't believe he's mine," she whispered, the joy in her voice muted by exhaustion. "Noah's perfect. Lucas has been helping a lot." Elena could hear the emotion in her sister's voice, the same mixture of terror and awe she remembered feeling when Sophie was born. "He's going to be the best dad," Ivy added. "He sings lullabies like some Disney prince." Elena laughed. He always was the dramatic one. Still, something in her gut fluttered. That afternoon, she drove to the local mall, wandering into a quaint baby boutique. She stood there for several minutes, staring at rows of blankets, booties, and memory books. A kind-eyed older woman approached. "Looking for something special?" "My sister just had her first baby," Elena replied.
"A boy."
"I want something meaningful." The woman led her to a display of handmade baby blankets. Soft blue yarn woven with care. Elena picked one up and held it to her cheek. "This," she said. "This is perfect." Thursday night, she and Sophie baked Ivy's favorite lemon cake. The scent filled the house with warmth. "Do you think Aunt Ivy will like it?" Sophie asked. "She'll love it, especially knowing you helped." Mark came in later, kissed Elena's cheek, and helped clean up. But there was a tightness in his shoulders, a silence behind his eyes. On Friday, Elena's mom called. "We've cleaned the whole house." Her voice bubbled with excitement. Ivy said Noah smiled this morning. Can you believe it? Already smiling. That night, Mark and Elena reviewed the schedule. "We leave by 11 o'clock. Ivy and Lucas should arrive around 1. Mark hesitated, then said, "Let's keep it low-key. Just close family." "Of course," Elena said. "Everything will be perfect." Saturday morning arrived brisk and bright. Sophie picked out her favorite floral dress. Max insisted on wearing a little bow tie. Do babies like bow ties? He asked. They love them, Elena said, tying it gently. They drove under trees shedding golden leaves. Laughter filled the car. Max sang a silly song. Sophie rolled her eyes. At the family home, hugs and smiles surrounded them. Mark's parents beamed. The table was set, the air smelled of cider and cinnamon. And then Ivy and Lucas arrived. Lucas carried the baby carrier like it held treasure. Ivy looked pale but radiant, eyes gleaming as she held onto her husband's arm. Inside the carrier, baby Noah, wrapped in the soft blue blanket Elena had chosen. Everyone gathered. Each person took a turn holding him. Max sat on Mark's lap as he cradled the baby. Sophie held him like porcelain. Then it was Elena's turn. She inhaled deeply. The scent of new life. A heartbeat against her arm. It was beautiful. Intimate. And then, Mark stood. His face had gone pale. His voice was low. Cold. Elena, he said. Take the kids. We're leaving. Now. What? She asked, blinking. Why? No time. Please. Trust me. He grabbed Max's hand, ushered Sophie to her feet. Elena followed, stunned. The entire room froze. Mark, Ivy said, stepping forward. Lucas raised a hand. What the hell is this? But Mark didn't answer. He walked straight out the door. The drive home was silent. Mark kept checking the mirror. Elena's voice broke the stillness. You're scaring me. He didn't answer. Back home, he locked the doors, pulled the curtains, then handed Elena her phone. Don't answer it, he said, as Ivy's name flashed on the screen. He turned on the TV. A breaking news alert lit up the screen. Man under investigation after suspected attempt to drug and kidnap sister-in-law. Brother intervened and stopped the incident in time. Authorities recovered suspicious items from the suspect's car, including sleeping pills, rope, and keys to a secluded location. Elena dropped to her knees. Mark sat beside her, voice shaking. I saw him. Lucas. He put something in your drink. No, I didn't want to believe it. But I checked his bag. He had photos. Of you. A key to a cabin. He said he's been in love with you for years. Since before he married Ivy. Elena shook her head in disbelief. He what? He said today was the day. That he was going to take you. Elena burst into tears, horror wrapping around her chest. The news confirmed it all. Surveillance footage. Emails. A 10-year obsession. Mark had confronted Lucas. Punched him. Stopped him just in time. Lucas was arrested. Then committed to a psychiatric facility. Ivy, shattered, moved in with her parents. She was raising baby Noah with quiet strength. Peace returned to Willow Creek. The leaves fell. Snow began to dust the rooftops. Elena and Mark sat together one evening, watching Max and Sophie play a board game near the fireplace. Laughter filled the house again. But it wasn't the same. It was stronger. Earned. Elena often stood by the window at night, staring at the empty street. She thought about how close she came to losing everything. How love, real love, isn't found in flowers or confessions. It's found in protection, in silence, in actions no one sees, and in a husband who stood between her and a monster hidden in plain sight.
This story is originally made by me and my team with the help of AI. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel